Hi, everyone. I'm James Kostuchuk, and I was the author of this book, Historic Photographs of Portage, Prairie. It is a project that started a number of years ago. Our local Heritage Advisory Committee wanted to do something for Manitoba's 150th. That didn't happen. But we started working on a book, and it was determined early on that I would write it. And then the idea was to create a photo history, because we really don't have a lot of images of our community that are in the public sphere. So we began by doing a newspaper story and some online news stories that we were looking for photographs of our city. And we decided that the book would be planned around whatever we found. And we got a lot of photos. I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 images. In fact, between that and what we have in the high school archive collection, there's probably in the neighborhood of 50,000 images. So we decided to narrow it to the earliest period of photographs really in our community. That was 1870 to 1939. The book is subtitled From Saskatchewan Trail to Royal Road, and there's a bit of a story there. Of course, Saskatchewan Trail is the ox cart trails that came through our community when people were heading west. And then Royal Road is interesting because when the royal family, or the king and queen really, came through Portage in 1939, they changed the name of the street that their motorcade went down. The street was Campbell, and it became Royal Road. So as I got into looking at all these photographs, I realized that I needed some help. So I was able to apply for a provincial grant, and I brought on Matthew LaCroix, and he was very helpful. He's an artist, and he has a real eye for photography. So then we had to start narrowing down what images would go in the book. And we decided that we didn't want to have pictures of buildings specifically, or buildings of famous people. What we really wanted to have was, as much as possible, pictures of local citizens in the context of the city. And you begin, when you do a book like this, really almost none of the photos were captioned. So you begin doing investigative work. And so one of the first things we did is we started getting drafts of the book, is we shared them with our Heritage Committee. And two members in particular, Les Green and Brian Barrett, spent many hours with us poring over these photographs. Both of those individuals have lived here their entire lives, and they were able to help us make a lot of connections. The other thing that happens when you do a book like this is that, as I mentioned, you get what you get. And so, early on, we were disappointed that really Indigenous people are not well represented in our book. And that was a concern for us. So we spoke to the Indigenous coordinator in Portage Prairie, Cornell Pache, who wrote a piece for the preface to the book. And, Cornell came to the conclusion that one of two things happened. One, it's possible that photographs were not of interest to Indigenous people, or they lacked the resources to obtain cameras. Or two, they're still within the community. So, that was a disappointment to us, but that, we can't make a record that doesn't exist. The other thing I've commented to people about this book is that I thought it would be pretty easy to do. How hard is it to find photographs and then write captions? And it took 2 years of work to get the book completed. And we're very happy with the end result. I think one of the great things is that we worked with a local Winnipeg publisher and editor, and Great Plains was fantastic to work with. because we were in many ways, we were fussy. We wanted the photographs to be reproduced as accurately as possible. And we wanted it to be on excellent quality paper. And that was really helpful. And I'm pretty sure we annoyed them quite a bit because there was a lot of back and forth as we put the book together to make sure that it looked exactly the way that we wanted it. So we're very proud of it. And we're very excited to be recipients of McWilliams Award. It was a complete surprise to me, and I'm looking forward to sharing the information with our committee next week. So I want to thank the committee for selecting us and thank the Manitoba Historical Society for all the support that we've had. Thank you.